God, look at him. Kyle Crane, the only man who can dropkick a viral off a roof and make me want to be the pavement for his landing. You know, everyone talks about his heroism, but I'm more interested in his stamina bar. I've watched him run across Haran for 3 days straight without sleeping. And honey, if he can handle a night chase with 3 volatiles on his tail, I know he can handle me. I wouldn't even need a UV flare to keep things hot. Though I wouldn't mind if he used his grappling hook to pull me closer. Or tie me up. Dealer's choice, really. I'm not just talking about his face either. Have you seen those gluts? You don't get legs like that without performing 10,000 storm executions. I've seen him slide under a closing gate with such precision. It makes me wonder if he's just as good at finding other tight openings. And don't get me started on his creative side. Most guys bring flowers. Crane brings a bolter tissue and a godhammer blueprint. He's got that king mod energy, maximum damage, maximum durability, just the way I like it. Oh, and if some cute little survivor girl tries to get in the way, sweetie, don't be shy. If you want to admire his Excalibur too, come join us. There's plenty of room in the safe zone, and I promise my handling skills are at level 25. We can duplicate some supplies together. I know a stash exploit that'll keep us busy all night. Seriously though, the way he uses that camouflage grease, covered in guts and still looking like a snake. It's disgusting. It's filthy. It's exactly my type. I'd let him breach my gap any day. As long as he doesn't try to use that broken-ass piece of suit to fly away too early. Kyle, darling, come over here and show me your power level. I promise I'm a lot more fun than GRA Great. And you don't even need to lockpick to get inside. You know what the best part about Crane is? He never settles for standard. He's always looking for that gold tier loot. And looking at me? Honey, I'm the rarest drop in the slums. I've been watching the way he climbs those radio towers. Those strong, closed hands gripping every ledge. It makes me think about how well those hands would feel around my waist while I'm pinned against the quartermaster's desk. I've got more curves than a buggy racing through the countryside. And trust me, my suspension is much better than anything Bilal can craft.
Bruh, are you sure about that?
I see him using the dropkick on every zombie from here to Old Town. Such power, such form. I wonder if he launched himself at me like that, would he be surprised by how soft the landing is? I'm built with enough natural padding to break his fall better than a pile of trash bags.
Bruh.
And I smell a whole lot better too. And let's talk about his legend levels. Once a man hits that peak, he gains certain resistance. But I bet he's never met a temptation like me. I'm like a night hunter.
Bruh.
I only come out when it's dark. And I'm incredibly hard to shake off once I've pouched. Except instead of a UV speed, I've got a kiss that'll leave him more stunned than a flashbang.
Stop it.
If some little broken groupie gets jealous of the way I'm eyeing his correct machete, she shouldn't get her panties in a twist. I'm a generous woman. I've got enough inventory space for both of them. We could start a 3-player co-op session that would make the following look like a Sunday school picnic. I'll show her exactly why they call me a dynamic encounter.
Bruh.
Crane, baby. Stop wasting your time looting locked police pants for a blue tier ranch. I'm standing right here, fully upgraded with a handling stat that'll make your head spin. I don't need a blueprint to know exactly how to put you together. Why bother with a Zayd's flare when I can make you sweat just by walking into the room? Come here and show me your agility. I promise to keep you busy long after the 7 PM sirens goes off. And don't worry about this stamina drain. I'll be the one doing all the heavy lifting. Around at night, most people cower in a safe zone behind some flickering lights.
Bruh.
But me, I like it when the volatiles start screaming. It reminds me of the sounds I want to hear Kyle making when I've got him pinned in the corner. Imagine it. A night mission. Just me, Crane, and the moonlight. He's worried about the pursuit level hitting 4. But I'm more interested in hitting level 25 in unspeakable acts. He thinks he needs a UV flashlight to stay safe. But honey, one look at how this tactical leather hugs my hips, and he'll realize the only thing rising tonight isn't the sun. With the rooftop hopping, his hand reaching back to pull me a ledge, I'd make sure to take my time climbing, giving him a very generous view of my physics-defying assets. He's used to seeing the clipping issues in the city, but there's nothing glitchy about this view.
Are you sure about that?
I'd lean in close, whispering in his ear while he tries to aim a grappling hook, just to see if his aim shakes as much as my... Well, you know. Oh, and if a night hunter tries to invade our session, I'd just invite her in. 2 girls, 1 crane. We'd show her a ground pound that has nothing to do with shockwaves. I'm a bi girl, darling. I believe in sharing the loot. Especially when the loot is a 6-foot-tall runner with infinite stamina. We'd have her forgetting all about her speed cooldown in seconds. I'd lead him to that one bridge exploit. You know the one? Where you can stand just right and the zombies can't touch you? We'd be safe, looking out over the water, and I'd show him that I've got a much better power attack than any 2-handed hammer. I'd let him loot me all night long. No lockpicks required, just a very high handling stats. By the time the 7 AM siren blares, he won't be exhausted from the running. He'll be exhausted from me. He can keep his agility XP. I'll take the physical reward. So come on, Kyle. Let's head to the antenna. I hear the view from the top is breathtaking, but I promise once I get my legs around you, you won't be looking at the horizon. You'll be wondering how you ever survive a night without me buffing your stats. You know, they say it's not the size of the weapon, it's how you swing it. But looking at Kyle's collection, I think he's aiming for a world record in handling. Let's talk about this correct machete. It's sturdy, reliable, and looks like a literal brick. It's got that amateur energy, rough around the edges, but gets the job done. I like it. It reminds me of how I like my men, hitting hard and repeatedly until I'm, well, broken. But honestly, Kyle, you don't need to kick a toolbox 4 times to get me to open up. And then there's the Excalibur, a legendary sword stuck in a rock on a tiny island. Talk about pulling out at the right time. I've seen him swing that and send furrows flying into the stratosphere. I wonder if he can generate that much knockback when he spins between my thighs. I've got enough natural suspension to absorb the impact, but I wouldn't mind if he broke my durability just once. Oh, and the volatile hunter button? Now we're talking. High voltage, high heat. It's glowing blue, just like the veins on his arm when he's climbing. I've always had a thing for shock therapy. If he touches me with that kind of energy, I promise my stamina bar will refill faster than a bolter running from a flashlight. I see he's got the Boozer mask too. A man who likes a bit of roleplay? Delicious. I'd love to see him try to finish my trials under a time limit. I'm a lot more demanding than a timer in a stadium. And the rewards I give out? They're much better than a liver bundle. If he's worried about his weapons breaking, he should just come to me. I know a blue shield asker trick that'll keep his refurbish count at maximum. I'm very good at maintenance. I can keep his parts polished and his shaft aligned for as many rounds as he can handle. Kyle, honey, put down the grappling hook. You don't need to bypass the climb when I'm already waiting at the top with my inventory wide open.
What the fuck?
Come show me how many king mods you have really good stuff in your pockets. I promise, by the time I'm done with you, you'll need more than a medkit to get your legs working again. You wanna know why I'm so obsessed? It's not just the way his cargo pants struggle to contain those tights. Though, God, I'd love to see them tear under the pressure. It's because Kyle Crane is the only man in Haran who knows how to exploit every single part of me. Most guys get tired after one run, but Kyle? He's got that infinite combat stamina. He can swing a heavy rebar for an hour and still have enough energy to drop kick me into the mattress. I've seen him survive a fall from the top of the infamous bridge just by landing on a pile of garbage. Imagine what he could do if he landed on these curves instead. I promise I'm a lot softer, and I definitely make better noises when hit. I admire a man who doesn't play by the rules. He's the king of stash glitch. He knows that if you want the best rewards, you have to be willing to get a little messy with the mechanics. I'm the ultimate glitch, darling. I'm the rewards that's too good for the base game. I've got more hidden compartments, then a hard-locked police van. And I'm dying for him to use his master lockpick skills on me. I won't even break his pick, unless he wants me to. And let's talk polygamy. Don't think I didn't notice how he looks at Jade. If he wants to bring a companion to our co-op session, I'm all for it. I'll show her exactly how we duplicate pleasure in this safe zone. We can have a three-way night chase where the only thing being hunted is him. I'll even let her use my UV flares if she promises to keep the camera steady. He's a legend. He's hit the legend level 250 in my heart. He's the only one who can handle my frenzy mode without needing a resistant booster. He survived the pits, he survived Rise, but he hasn't survived me yet. So, Kyle, put down the bottle tissue. You don't need to craft anything to make me scream. Just bring that grappling hook and show me how you handle a vertical ascent. I'm wide open. My durability is infinite. And I've got a king mod waiting just for you. Come and get your supply drop, hero. I'm the only loot in Haran that's worth the Knight's SP bonus.